Riding in the sand. Most adventure bike riders, especially the guys that come from the street world and are not used to riding off-road as much, riding in the sand is probably one of the biggest hassles for adventure bike riders. Now, that's also another reason why I recommend going with more of a middleweight motorcycle like this Suzuki 800. Suzuki 800 is perfect because it's not too big, not too small. Again, kind of right there in the middle. For riding in the sand, really helps navigating the sand with what I would call a sub 500 pound bike, which the Suzuki is. Anything above 500 pounds, when you start to get over 1,000 cc's, it starts to become a real handful in the sand.
Okay, so how do I ride the sand?
How do you ride in the sand? What is the key ingredient for riding in the sand? I say momentum. Momentum, momentum, momentum. It's one of those things that if you lose your momentum, you're just gonna dig in and get stuck. The problem is when you get into the sand, the bike is moving around quite a bit. It's very hard to keep the bike going straight. So as the bike moves around, most people tend to shut off the throttle, makes things worse. So what we talk about is steady throttle, keeping your momentum up, carry all the weight on your feet if you can, standing up so you disconnect from the motorcycle, let the bike move underneath you, and look ahead, right? Don't look too far ahead. You know, you got to herd the bike. You know, let the bike move underneath you a little bit and power on. Try not to put too much weight on the front tire and get through the sand.
So you will get to the feeling where your front is kind of all over the place. Your normal reaction will be to jump on the brake and chop the throttle off. But in the sand, you just let that happen and then go on the throttle and just keep that steady.
Yeah, the nice thing about the sand is in most cases, you don't have to be on a precise line. You could be a little bit over here, a little bit over there. The main thing is keep that forward momentum going and try not to get stuck in the sand, yeah.
Where do I put my body weight? Forward, backwards, in the middle?
It's a great question. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, just get your weight back. But I'm a fan of once you get your acceleration, once you get your momentum going, get in more of a neutral body position. So you're not leaning, it's very fluid, very dynamic, right? So you're not just sitting back or leaning back the whole time. You sit back and you lean back to get that traction, to get that forward momentum. Once that forward momentum is built up, get more of a neutral position. And one of my big things that I tell people is you want to do more input by leaning the motorcycle, less input by steering the motorcycle. And that's where we say herd the motorcycle. Don't steer the motorcycle, herd the motorcycle. And that's how you ride through the sand or even mud, same thing.
Right on.